Mark made a really interesting point about the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're on the drive home with Colorblind Miles. Miles is the guy that does...
can't believe we let him drive.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, they can't be pilots.
Stop
in
sign.
the military.
Yeah. We found out Miles, who does all the editing for the podcast and color correction, is colorblind. We found this out.
Like truly failed colorblind tests we found on Google.
Yeah, he's completely colorblind. It is unbelievable.
But if anyone ever says that we're ableist on this podcast, it's not true.
Well, we've given him a fucking job. I should fire his ass. But he's still working here. I'm going to get him those glasses.
Oh.
We'll get him the glasses. We'll do it live. We'll have like an emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
Oh, those videos are great.
It'll be amazing. I mean, it'll be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, we're writing back, and then Mark goes, this is a pretty significant event in recent history. And I'm like, why? And he goes, because I think this is what really opens things up. I go, what are you talking about? Like, things are kind of open. He goes, yeah, but this is the first indoor full capacity event that is profited off of. Okay?
Okay.
The outdoor stuff, you feel kind of safe.
Yeah.
Right? But like, the mouse is making money off of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Disney.
Right.
So they're willing to put their reputation up to make money off of this fight.
Right.
And what's interesting is what moves things a lot of times in this country is not necessarily morality, it's capitalism.
Yes.
So all these other places that are going, I don't know if we can be open, I don't know if we can hold these events, you know, there's a liability here. They're going to go, wait a minute, they're making money off of live events? Why the fuck are we not making money off live events?
Yep.
It's time for us to make some fucking money.
Yep.
And that is how you get the gears grinding in terms of really opening things up.
Yep.
100%. And I even think optically having the people that were there on camera, like without like someone like Tom Brady.
Without a mask.
Ocho Cinco masked up, going to hug maskless Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Which was like,
but someone like Tom Brady is just like a superhero in like American society. Like, and to see someone like him in the stadium, no mask, just hanging out.
Big.
Like, I think optically it does a lot for like the
huge
the morale of the country.
And we were sitting there wondering if this was all by design, because the first like 4 or 5 fights were a Chinese person versus either an American or like
anyone else.
Yeah, it was anybody else. But it's same. Now, I understand they have like a fight academy in China and they're probably trying to promote the sport in China. And this is not how they wanted the night to go. But it almost looked like the world was beating up on China in the first event where people are back in the stadiums like, this is payback. It looked like payback. It really looked like fucking payback. And I'm like, are they doing this on purpose? Is this a promotional technique?
I thought they wanted China to win all the fights because there's so much money in China.
Yeah, there's $2 billion
to
there.
your point,
we could promote there.
Capitalism moves everything. There's so many people. There's
I'm
so much
sure
money
that was their intention, but it almost felt as if... Right?
One Chinese person won their fight, I think.
And that person wasn't even Chinese. I think they were like Mongolian.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mongolian guy.
Yeah, even Wei Li or whatever her name is, the one that Thug Rose knocked the fuck out.
We thought she was going to beat ass.
Oh, she's nice, bro.
She was great in the last fight. We were really
she's a savage. That girl's an absolute savage. But Thug Rose knocked her in her fucking head with that front kick.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. But it's just really cool to see. It's really cool to see it happen, and you realize how much the fans do affect the sport. Like we tricked ourselves in going, "Oh, it's really cool to hear what the coaches are saying" when we were watching all those fights without the fans. And then you saw the fans roaring after a strike, and you're like, "Oh, there's nothing like this.
Yeah.
This is the energy. This is what we pay for, right? This is what we pay for to be there live, and this is part of what we pay for to watching." At our homes. Like when you watch the World Cup, do you guys want to watch a fucking World Cup without fans?
No.
Fuck that.
Even watching any of the Champions League games or Premier League games, it's like,
I want to hear the vuvuzelas or whatever the fuck. I want to hear all of it.
Yes.
And I really do think it impacts the fighters and it impacts any athlete playing in that setting.
Bro.
I love that we're still able to hear the coaches, though.
Yeah, you could kind of hear them still.
Hear the coaches.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing I enjoyed when the fans weren't there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
You know what I realize is how much Joe Rogan does for UFC in the sense that like him and Daniel Cormier and who's the other guy, the other commentator?
John and
Mick or something like that. Yeah. The three of them, when they have the reaction, whenever there's a knockout, and Joe's grabbing both of them. It's just three homies hanging out watching sports, and they happen to know the sport very well. That's the way you want all your sports to be commentated. Yeah. It's just, that's the exact reaction when one of us says something funny, we grab each other, we slap each other, go nuts. That's like so much more accessible. It makes the sport seem that much more
I don't
close
want three
to you.
stiff white dudes in a booth being like, "Oh yeah, great knockout."
Yeah.
John Anik.
John Anik.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was just so cool to see. It really made me feel like, oh, we're about to be back.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you see some videos from Texas? They have like the music fest, like EDM fest, Ooby Dooby or Ubby Dubby, whatever it's called, like with Cascade. I saw videos. We back.
Yeah, Texas back. Numbers are continuing to decline in Texas.
Yeah.
And their numbers being fully open are lower than New York's numbers, I think Michigan's numbers, and a couple of these Democratic states that are not fully open yet.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, at what point? I think we said this on the last pod, but at what point are you not trusting the science? The data is right fucking there.
You know, there's a saying from a pretty famous scientist that said the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what New York is doing. So you say trust science.
Yeah.
You're doing the exact thing the fucking greatest scientist ever said don't do.
Yeah.
Let's just keep doing the same shit. Shut down, shut down, shut down.
It's a fucking baboon. Just a bunch of baboons, man. Running New York.
What is it?
What?
Sauce nippled chip. What is it?
Chimp-nippled sauce monkeys. Sauce monkeys run in New York. Governor Cuomo is a sauce monkey. Bill de Blasio is another sauce monkey. And Cuomo happens to have chimp nipples. So that's why he's a chimp-nippled fucking sauce monkey.
Yeah.
And he should be put in a zoo. We should put him in the fucking Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. When he's done with his term, just stick him in the Bronx Zoo with a bunch of other chimpanzees and let them have at it, dude. Just let them have at it. Just make some fucking meatballs and marinara for the fucking chimpanzees in the Bronx Zoo. Piece of shit.
Yo,
anyway,
what were the main fights you thought from the night that were significant?
I mean, for me, it was any time an Asian lost. For me, it was Thug Rose's fight, and then it was Kamaru's fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you see the full Uriah Hall Chris Weidman fight?
Oh my God!
Oh,
that was another thing that happened. I mean, Chris Weidman, who's this? He's the first guy to dethrone Anderson Silva,
Okay.
right? And
I was on stage when this happened.
I literally was right before I went on stage.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody coming out in West Palm. It was an amazing time.
Yeah.
And he throws a leg kick at Uriah Hall and then snaps his fucking leg in half. And you saw it happen in real time, and it was absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
the grossest part about that?
Yeah.
He snaps his leg
And steps on it.
steps on his own snapped rubber mesh body down on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was the scariest.
It was fascinating to look at. I saw a slow-mo of his face, and he doesn't realize he breaks
Until
his
he
leg
steps
until
on
he
it.
steps down.
Yeah, the what is it called? The adrenaline is just going. Like
Yeah,
you
I
do
guess
feel
the speed
pain,
of
but
it,
you
yeah.
don't.
I think you're in shock too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
Just
I
unbelievable.
read a stat that there's been 3 leg breaks in UFC history,
And he's
like
been
that,
involved in 2 of them.
and he's been involved in 2.
Yeah, because Anderson Silva's leg broke when he was kicking him.
Yeah.
I guess, and it's just